So it's 3 days out from the London Marathon, and I thought I'd do a vlog talking about my race strategy, my taper, and my goals for the day. So let's start by talking about the taper. The taper's gone okay. Last week I changed it up a bit and did 3 VO2 max type sessions, really quite hard running, trying to bring myself to a peak. And then this week, Monday and Tuesday, I just jogged. And yesterday I had a rest day and went to the Expo. And today I did 2 miles at marathon pace and a few strides. So all that's left for me is a couple of jogs, a few more strides, and then it's race day on Sunday. In this taper week, on Monday and Tuesday, I try to just be sensible with my food because I eat a lot when I'm in hard training. So when I'm only going for 30-minute jogs, I just try to not get carried away and eat as much as I normally do because I don't need that much fuel. Whereas going into the last couple of days, I will increase my carbohydrate. I don't know why I'm calling it carbohydrate. My carbs, increase my carbs. Obviously the reduced training will hopefully mean that I'll get a nice build-up of glycogen in the muscles ready for race day. In the Valencia block, I put on about 5 or 6 pounds in the last few days, and I account that to the glycogen build up my body and the associated hydration. So yeah, it's not a bad thing to put some weight on in the last few days. That's normal because you're carb loading and you're just trying to go into the race fully loaded, if you like, ready to go all in. Yesterday I went up to London and went to the Expo to get my bib. I'm trying to learn from past years, and in Valencia I left it late and was queuing for ages to get my bib, and I've had the same thing at London when I've gone on the Friday or the Saturday. So I'm just trying to be smart about things. Thought I'll go up on the Wednesday, I know it's quieter, I'll get my bib, no drama, and then it means I can just focus on the race over the weekend. It also allowed me to enjoy the Expo a little bit more, and I wasn't worried about being on my feet all day because I've got a few more days to freshen up before the race. Whereas when you go the day before, it can be like, why am I standing for so long? And yeah, it's probably just in your head, but it can mess with your head during paranoia.
That's it, less than 100 meters.
So we've got the tumbleator, I think they call it, which they ramp up to Kipchoge's world record pace, which is 21 kilometers an hour.
Yes.
I did do it last time. Could do it, but I promised myself I would be sensible, not get carried away and do silly things. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it this time. Basically, I'm scared. This is my sort of selfie. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, he's ignoring me. Hey. Congratulations.
Surprise, came out of nowhere.
The barista, Nick Bester.
Looking after him. PB blend.
Bester barista.
PB blend over here.
Thanks very much. What's your advice for Sunday?
My advice.
Make it snappy, come on.
Positive vibe and negative splits. I think if you can go negative splits, you will.
You just told me no negative splits.
But you got to be thinking that. You got to be thinking that.
Okay.
So
positive vibes then.
Exactly. And yeah, I think if you go through, you want to go sub 222.
Yeah.
If you go through halfway 70:55, I'm backing you to do it.
Perfect.
Let's go.
I got it. I also stopped by and talked to the Theragun team. Theragun have kindly sent me out a massage gun. My one recently broke, which is really frustrating. So yeah, they've sent me one out to get me through this race week and the recovery afterwards. I found that using a massage gun has been massively helpful in my training. I don't know how other people feel about them, but I just find that really helps with recovery. But more than that, I just sort of like iron out the niggles. If I get like tight areas, it just helps me get through the week. Brings me to actually one of the issues I've got at the moment. I've got some tightness in my glute, so I will be using the gun, trying to release that tightness before Sunday. I've had a number of massage guns, but I was interested in why the Theragun is the market leader, so I asked them to tell me why their gun is the best, and this is what they had to say.
So Theragun, yeah, you're absolutely right, market leader in this space, the creators of percussive therapy, and there's kind of 4 key differences that I suppose are a great way to showcase how Theragun sits above the rest. First one's the design. We've got over 300 patents on our products, but the ergonomic triangle design that you see is really the standout there, which means that you can hold it in multiple different grips and get to about 90% of your body, stress-free on your wrist and elbow, engage all those areas where you've got that tension. The other one is the amplitude, so the distance that that head travels in one revolution, meaning we're going deeper into the muscles and really causing that response that we want. whether that's to warm up before exercise, whether it's to reduce tension throughout the day, or whether it's to help our body relax at the end. That amplitude really helps deliver that therapeutic benefit. The third one is the frequency of the device. So we set our devices to work within a frequency that works for the body. So that's how many times it touches the body in a second or a minute. So with that lower range of about 29 times a second, up to 40 times a second, it's really good to speak to the body and help us get into that sympathetic, that kind of fight or flight activation, or that parasympathetic, that rest and digest state. The other one is the torque of the motor, so the power. So that's allowing you to apply a bit of pressure on the device and not having the device stall. So you can apply deep pressure up to around 30 kilos with the Pro and still not get any kind of stall in there, and consistent amplitude and frequency. So you get that repeatable benefit every time. So there's kind of 4 real key differences that really sit Theragun above the rest.
With Bibble collected and the taper in full flow, let's talk fuel strategy for the day. Well, in the last block, I wrote down everything. I tried loads of different fuel strategies and approaches, not only during runs, but before runs. I wrote down timings, and I got to a point where I felt really comfortable with what I was going to do in the race. And it worked really well. I ran 2:24, a massive PB. So I have stuck with that this block, and I will be following the same sort of protocol. So for me, that is, I will be taking 2 small soft flasks with maltodextrin mixed with water. I make it up really quite strong and then use water that's on the course to stay hydrated and to help with that maltodextrin digestion. So yeah, I have 2 soft flasks with carbs. I'm gonna have a backup gel of beta fuel gel, 40 grams in that. So if I'm struggling or I'm sick of the taste of the maltodextrin, I've got something as an alternative. But I'll just try and take on as much carbs as I can. I've trained the gut well again, and I think that was one of the big differences in Valencia. So if I can take on a lot of fuel during the race, it'll help me hopefully finish strong. The other aspect of fueling is what you eat the days preceding the race and the day of the race. So I'm gonna have the same breakfast, which was a Morton solid bar, a rice cake, and a Morton drink, 160. That worked in Valencia, so let's go with that again. And in the days before, I pretty much just went really ricey dishes, so I'm gonna stick with that, try and find somewhere for sushi the day before, and yeah, just go big on the sushi. It sounds like a strange thing to have, but rice has sat well with me throughout this training block and the last training block, and it worked last time, so why change something that's worked? That brings us on to race day kit. I will be racing in the Under Armour Flow Velocity Elite. They are the new super shoes from Under Armour, and they're what I've been training in. They're what I've done my faster sessions in, my races, and my long runs in this block. And I love them. They're light, they're poppy, and I'm just really efficient in them, so I'm looking forward to racing in them. Rest of the kit, I'll be wearing the Under Armour shorts. I will be wearing the Swansea Harriers vest because I'm in the championship start, so you have to wear your club vest, and also I love wearing Swansea and representing the club. This is probably a really good time to say thank you to Under Armour for supporting me in this block, sponsoring me in this block, providing me with kit, and believing in me that I can have a good day in London. It's been amazing working with Under Armour, and I'm really excited to race in their shoes and their kit. For carrying gels, well, not gels, my soft flask and the one gel I'll have, I will be using a naked belt. I used to use a flip belt, but I found it quite hard, like sliding things in and out. So I'm now using a naked belt because you can like put things and reach from the top, if that makes any sense. I'm not sponsored by Naked or anything, but I just found recommendations online, started using it in this block, and it's worked really well. That brings me to the important bit, the goal and the race strategy. Well, the goal, this whole block, is to break 2 hours and 22, which means 5:25 a mile, which is like 3:22 or 3:23 a K, which is 16:50 for every 5K. It's quick, but I've run really well in this block. It's been a strange block because the volume just hasn't been as high as I wanted it. Certain niggles and just certain things have stopped me from hitting the volume I wanted, but the runs have been better than ever. I did a 25K continuous run. I didn't film that, I just went out and did it and ran that at 5:27 with no breaks or anything. Whereas I wasn't hitting those sorts of paces even for chunks of like 5K on, 1K off or whatever in the last block. So yeah, it's exciting. I feel like I'm fit, ready to go, and I can have a good race. But you never know, it's a marathon, you've got to respect it. For me, there's not a pace I'm going out at, there's a feeling. which is what I did in Valencia. There's a certain marathon effort feeling I'm going to try and lock into, and hopefully the watch will read a good pace at that feeling. One of the main things is trying to find company. It's very difficult to run a marathon solo on your own without people around you. I got really lucky in Valencia. I had this perfect group. I sat at the back, fell asleep, felt good, and then was able to hold on at the end when everything was hurting to get a good time. London might be a little bit different. The field isn't as deep. There may not be a big group at that 2:22 sort of pace. There are a lot of good runners there, but I'm just not sure I'm going to have a pack of runners to run with. I don't want to go faster. I definitely don't want to go anywhere near the 2:20 group, because they'll probably actually go out at like 2:18 pace, and that's considerably faster than I want to run. So maybe I'll go with a slower group. I don't know. It's going to be one of these decisions I have to make in the moment. If I see a group which I think can benefit me, I'll go with them, because the group will make such a difference. I think that is one of the main differences I get between training on my own, is then race day, the group. I think it works out for me about 5 seconds a mile. It makes it easier, 5 seconds a mile easier, if that makes any sense. So if I can find a group, I'll sit behind them, try and fall asleep, try and relax, maybe take my own turn on the front to help the group as well. But yeah, that would be ideal. If not, I'm just gonna have to run and just do my best, but it'll be a marathon effort rather than a strict pace. I would love to break 2 hours and 22, and I think I'm there or thereabouts, but we shall see. It's the marathon, it's tough, and I will be trying to execute the best marathon I can rather than getting dictated to by the watch. I'll go back to the same strategy. I'll manually lap each 5K, and hopefully it'll be a 17 or below. If it's 16:50, then I'm spot on. If it's 17, then that's what I was running at Valencia. Anything below that means that I'm on for a PB, and then if it drifts the wrong way, then I'm in trouble. The weather, it did look like it was going to be really hot. It's very sunny today, but it's not too warm. But it looks like it's going to be about 11 or 12 degrees, which is fine. I can deal with that. I got a bit scared when it was looking like it could be 17 or 18 degrees, but that forecast has changed. It looks like it's going to be wet, don't mind that. It does look a little bit breezy, and it's the breeze in the wrong direction. It's like in your face for the last 6 miles or so, I don't know, for the end of the race anyway, which isn't ideal, especially as that's when you are likely to be on your own, even if you have been with a group earlier on in the race. But you know, you just have to deal with the conditions, and I also know the support at that stage of the race is amazing, and at that stage you can just give it everything, you're not holding back. I'm looking forward to it, really excited. I have never been this fit running the London Marathon, so I can't wait to get out there and see if I can execute a good race in London. My best in London is 2:29, so I'd like to take a massive chunk off that and hopefully PB, but if not, just know that I've executed the race the best I can. Good luck to everyone else out there running. I hope you have an amazing race. To those of you that are supporting, I'm going to thank you in advance if you cheer. Thank you for making so much amazing noise and being there and making the London Marathon what it is. If you do see me, a clip as well as a cheer would be great. If you can get your phone out and get some video, that would be amazing. It'll really help make a good race day vlog. Landscape, even better, bonus. Just turn your phone, little clip, go Matt, and we're done. And yeah, if you could email that to matt@thewelshrunner.com, it would make the race day vlog so much better, because I won't be doing much or any filming. I'll be focusing on racing like I did in Valencia and just trying to get the best out of myself. Have an amazing day if you're going to be spectating. Have an amazing run if you're going to be running. And yeah, let's go all in for the London Marathon.
Just dropping in to wish you the very best of luck for London. You smashed some of those long runs. Your training has been super consistent, and I really hope you get what you deserve this time around. Go enjoy yourself and really roll the dice.
I just want to wish Matt a massive good luck ahead of the race on Sunday. I hope you have an absolutely smashing race. Hope you fly, but not too much that you break my PB. Let's go.
So the Mr. Welsh Runner, I hear you're running the London Marathon this weekend, and I just want to wish you all the best. Soak up the atmosphere, it's going to be great. I can't wait to do my first London Marathon one day, but my time will come. This weekend it's all about you, Mr. Matt Rees. Yeah, want to wish you all the best, and hopefully you smash your personal best. And I look forward to seeing you around the mile 24 mark, so I'll give you a good cheer, mate. All the best.
Hello Matt, Tim Gross here. Just want to wish you all the best for London on Sunday. It seems a bit odd giving my coach tips, but given it's likely to be wet on Sunday, try and stay dry and warm before you start, and then all in, but not too much too soon.
Hello Matthew.
Good luck for Sunday. You will be absolutely amazing. You're full of grit and determination. You've done the training. All you've got to do now is go and execute. And yeah, when you're running along and it feels a bit tough, just remember all of those times that you dragged me out on the bike to film your sessions and your vlogs. That rainy one, oh, that was a lot. That was the finale. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you. We're proud of you, we love you, and we are going to be behind you 100% on race day, like we are in life. You're going to be amazing. Just go and do your thing. You're so good at running strong, being gritty, and getting through those tough moments. So when it gets tough, and it will get tough, just hang in there. You're good at it. You're great. You're a racer. You like pushing hard, but not too hard at the beginning. Practice what you preach and pace it well. Cash in all of those sessions, runs, and be awesome. I love you.